Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little. Or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little. Or a lot.
And we welcome you into the Lion's Den, high atop Emporia Middle School in Emporia, Kansas. Tegan Terhune, the video voice for Emporia FC, joining you here on the League for Clubs official stream. We appreciate you tuning in tonight for this League for Clubs action. It's Emporia FC hosting Tulsa Athletic. And Emporia FC coming off a rude awakening and welcoming to the League for Clubs last week in Tulsa as Tulsa Athletic downed the Black Lions 3-0. In that contest. Emporia FC looking to get one back here, talking with head coach Victor Ibarra earlier this week. He had told us that his team maybe a little bit fatigued in that opening contest. They had played a game just before it. They didn't have their full squad and roster ready to go just yet, but we'll see what a week has done for them there. As for Tulsa Athletic, as I'm sure those of you that tuned into the stream last week saw, a powerhouse team. They're going to bring the action to you fast and furious. You have to be prepared for that offensive onslaught that's going to start from the get-go. And if you looked at that game from last week, the first 10 minutes of this contest are going to be crucial as Emporia FC was down 2-0 within the first 10 minutes of that first contest. So see what they can do here. A big talking point right now is Emporia FC has made some changes, as I mentioned, from that first game roster, as they brought up some members from the second team to the first team that have been playing extremely well. Pedro Silva being one of those, the goalkeeper for Emporia FC on their UPSL squad, now starting in goal for Emporia FC here today. He has had a stellar outing so far on the second team in the season. Of course, at defender, they'll have Fabrizio Kaspariski. Luan Sakamoto at defender, along with Vittorio Belisi, Sho Kinjo, all on the defensive side. At forward, Kanata Takahashi. joined by Fabian Arroyo at midfield. Forwards Carlos Noboa, no better than Noboa Molina and Masa Tuji. That front three for Emporia FC will be extremely difficult for Tulsa to handle, as Kanata, Noboa, and Tuji, all speed demons and great playmakers out there. So definitely Victor Ibarra looking to send out the very best he has there up front. Then at midfield, we have Bernardo Hanel, and at midfield also Rafa de Almeida. Looking over at Tulsa Athletic, they'll be starting off with Carson Bonham, Eric Diaz, Aaron Ugba, Thomas Bruley, Luis Yucriza, Brian Reyes, Joseph Ruiz, Amqueri Jari, Jonathan Harris, Gustavo Vargas, and Bryson Reed, as the starting introductions are getting underway here on the field at Emporia Middle School. I want to welcome in my broadcast partner for tonight's contest. He actually just got in from España, from the great land of Spain. We want to welcome in one of the newest members of Emporia SC. We have Luis Gomez joining us. Luis, thank you for coming up.
No, thank you. Thank you for the welcome. Everyone here is very nice. I'm really grateful with the coach Victor and with everyone, because everyone here is really nice.
Well, of course, you yourself a goalkeeper. I got to ask you, when it comes to this contest, I don't know how much you've gotten to see getting into here. I'm sure you saw the contest from last week, some game film. How crucial are the goalkeepers going to be in this contest, especially? Both teams with incredible front lines, very skilled strikers, very strong forwards. How important are the goalkeepers going to be?
I think the goalkeepers are gonna be key today. I was watching the games, and I think Pedro is doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
I was last game, David. He doing okay. But I think they are gonna be really important today. Pedro is working really well, and I think that today they are gonna be key.
We're going to step aside for just a moment, shut off the microphones as the national anthem underway. We'll be right back here on the League for Clubs stream. It's Emporia FC hosting Tulsa Athletic. And we are back here in Emporia, Kansas. Emporia FC, the Black Lions, playing host to Tulsa Athletic. Again, the last outing between these two, it was the welcoming for Emporia FC to the League for Clubs, as this is the inaugural season for the Black Lion badge in this league. And, well, Tulsa Athletic definitely showing them what the competition level is going to be like. A 3-0 win for Tulsa Athletic over Emporia FC. And, well, Luis, we're still kind of just getting to know each other. Glad to have you here joining us tonight. But in your career, how hard can it be to bounce back from a loss like that, especially when you weren't able to find the back of the net?
No, I think being a goalkeeper is really difficult. It's the hardest position, because if you have a mistake, it's goal. You are the last one. So I think it's a really difficult position, but you have to know what you are doing.
Yeah.
But I think today we are really safe with our keepers.
Well, it's the full roster now together. Last time out for Emporia FC, they were still putting some pieces together here for this squad. And do you feel like there's been enough time to build the chemistry and have a strong understanding of how they want to come out and play?
No, I think the team is knowing each other. I think Victor is doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
He combined are really good players. They have an amazing level, and I think with these games they they are getting better and they're going to understand each other better.
I was down there on the field watching both teams warm up, and of course we mentioned that Pedro Silva, the goalkeeper for the second team, the UPSL squad for Emporia FC, getting the call up here along with that gentleman that just got introduced, that is Kanata Takahashi, also joined by Masatuji, who have been playing at a high level here for the last several weeks. But Pedro has had 2 PK stops so far in this season that hasn't even been close. I mean, I watched you guys warming them up, getting them ready to go. He looks like he is more than ready to go right now.
Yeah, I'm sure today he's gonna do an amazing job, like he was doing these last games. So I'm quiet because we are sure today.
Now I gotta ask, how do you feel so far being up here in the booth as opposed to on the field? I know you'd rather be in goal right now, but you feeling comfortable? You feeling good?
I feel super comfortable. I'm super excited for tomorrow too, for today as well. But I want to be in the field.
Well, we can't wait to see you out there, but nonetheless, we're glad to have you up here with us, offering your expertise, helping explain the things that I just paint a picture of. We're glad that we have you to explain why it's happening. Again, Tegan Cherhoun being joined by Luis Gomez, one of the newest members of Emporia FC up here in the booth. In goal for Tulsa Athletic, it will be Bryson Reed, again facing off against Pedro Silva. So it's going to be a very important, crucial first 10 minutes. That's what really decided the game on last Sunday in Tulsa. 2 quick goals in the first 10 minutes for Athletic. Emporia FC never finding the back of the net. Tulsa would add another goal in the second half. And, of course, Emporia FC tried their best, but a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of maybe still finding that chemistry. We'll see if they found it here today as the teams getting together, their last instructions. Emporia FC, of course, getting together for their ceremonial photo here as, again, I keep talking about him here, but looking at Pedro Silva about 6'4", and he can cover pretty much every area of the net. Then you look at that front 3 for Emporia FC. You've got Masatuji. You've got Carlos Noboa. We like to say here in Emporia, no better than Noboa. That's the nickname we've given him because he's a great leader. He's extremely fast. I don't know if you've gotten to see Masatuji show off his speed, but when you have 2 incredibly fast forwards like that, how much confidence does that give the rest of the team when they know if they can put that ball in a good position, they're going to catch up to it?
When you have forwards that they are really quickly, that feels like the team feels that it's really comfortable to play with them. But I think all the players are amazing, and they have a lot of quality. And I think the first 10 minutes are going to be key to see what's going on in the game.
Again, the defenders for Emporia FC, it'll be Fabrizio Kasparasiki, Luan Sakamoto, Vittorio Balisi, Sho Kinjo, also a call-up from the UPSL squad, has been pretty stellar in the backfield for Emporia FC so far this season. Again, at midfield, Fabian Arroyo, Bernardo Hanal, and Rafa de Almeida. Then the forwards again, Masatuji, Carlos Noboa, and Kanata Takahashi. And we are underway here at Emporia Middle School in the Lions Den. Emporia FC with early possession to start things off. Tsuji going to send it back to Sakamoto. Sakamoto pushing it up to Hanal. Hanal to the right side. Good ball movement so far to get up to midfield here for Emporia FC. Now with it is Kanata Takahashi. Takahashi has to give it back to Noboa. And very quickly, Emporia FC getting into the opposite side of the field, trying to find Tsuji. Was Noboa from right to left. My correction, that was Sho Kinjo trying to get the touch on it and just couldn't. Tulsa Athletic with it now. Long ball sent down the way. Great stop by Sakamoto. But Athletic still maintains possession now, making their way on the left wing. Good challenge by Emporia FC in the form of Bernardo Hernal. FC pushing it back in fourth here. Hanel has it on the right boundary. Going to the corner, being pressured very heavily here by Tulsa Athletic. Jonathan Harris doing the pressuring there in the corner. Now a lot of pushing and shoving. We got 2 players down, one in a black uniform, the other one in the Tulsa colors. Good stop again by Sakamoto. Sakamoto trying to get away from the defenders, getting up to midfield, has to kick it over to the right side now. And so far, it's been a very fast-paced few moments here. We're only about a minute and a half into this contest, and these guys are already turning on the jets. And, you know, Luis, I got to ask you, It's a fast-paced game already. How
Yeah.
much of a difference will that make later in this contest? I mean, they got 45 minutes they got to play on both halves.
I mean, they start really good, both teams. They are moving the ball really well. As I told you, I think the first 10 minutes are going to be key for both teams.
But do you want to dump all your energy in that first 10 minutes?
Yes, but let's see what's happening.
Fair enough. FC back with possession now. Kinjo trying to put it up there for Masa Tuji. Tuji just gets cut off at the corner by Gustavo Vargas, and Tulsa Athletic will collect it. That's Bryson Reed in goal for Athletic. He'll slide it to the left side. Now on the far boundary with it is Athletic, being pressured here by Emporia FC. They'll send the long ball towards us here on the near boundary and out of bounds. So that'll be a throw-in for Emporia FC. Shokinjo will do it. Looking for a man. Kinjo not in any hurry, surveying the land. He gives it to Tuji. Tuji back to Kinjo. Now working back towards their own zone is Emporia FC. They'll turn it over at midfield. Another turnover, this time in favor of Emporia FC. Now to Rafa. Rafa on the left wing. Bit of a pushing and shoving match. Ball is taken away by Gustavo Vargas for Tulsa Athletic, and it goes back towards midfield, kept into the Tulsa side of the field by Emporia FC in the form of Bernardo Hernal. Emporia being very aggressive here, getting tangled up there
Yes,
just near midfield.
they are putting a lot of intensity. I think
Long ball down the way. It gets headed away by Tulsa. Emporia FC going to try and reclaim it now on the right side boundary. It goes back up towards midfield. Hanal gets a foot on it. A little push off. No foul called either way. FC back in control. Tulsa again intercepts. Now a long ball down the way. It's a foot race. See who gets there first. Way out of goal there is Pedro Silva. Silva sends it back the other way and out of play. And, well, Luis, I mean, it's not common you see a goalkeeper come that far out of their own box, but Pedro felt very confident there, made a big play.
Yeah, he was in a good position, and he was able to hit the ball. I think he was in a really good position.
Absolutely. Good choice there. We heard it from our expert right there, and Luis Gomez. That way, if anybody disagrees, they get mad at him, not me. That's the joy of being in my position. Close to a handball there for Tulsa, at least from our vantage point, but I think it caught him on the shoulder.
Yes.
2G was going to inbound. He'll hand it off to Kinjo. Kinjo throws it to Hanal. Hanal now being pressured. Luis Ucriza pushing and shoving there. Gets the ball back here for Tulsa. Brian Reyes sends it up past midfield. Man on the left side. Service into the box. Has an opportunity. Ball goes free. They got tangled up just a little bit. I believe that was Ucriza who got tangled up with Hanal right near the goal, and I heard a whistle.
Yeah, it was full.
And they're going to say it was out of bounds, so it will go to Emporia FC and a goal kick here for Silva, and he'll just make a short pass to the right side. Trying to open up the middle here is Emporia FC. Ball headed away on the opposite side by Jonathan Harris. And now Tulsa and Emporia both jockeying for position there. Trying to track down the ball is Noboa. Noboa can't get there in time. It'll be last touch by Emporia FC. Throw in for Tulsa. And right there, you just saw a good example of the speed of Noboa. I mean, he caught up to that ball, just was a little shy in getting the foot on it.
Oh, he's really fast.
There's no other way to say it. Over 5.5 minutes played so far in this first half. 0-0 is the score, and that is a big difference between last week and this week. As I mentioned, in the first 10 minutes, Tulsa was up 10-0 over Emporia, and I think the Black Lions took that loss and have clearly taken something from it. They've learned from it. They're doing a lot better of taking away possessions here. Right there, Masatuji. He's got Noboa up in front of him. He'll send it to the right side. Nice service in by Takahashi, but great save by Bryson Reed, and it was a good opportunity for the Black Lions. But, man, Bryson Reed read it perfectly, but I think we might have a foul down the other side. Is that Noboa that's down? Yeah, it looks like it.
Both.
And I think they're going to call for the trainers I didn't see the collision down there, but I'm assuming he must have collided with Reed when he came out to make the play.
Yeah, Novoa tried to hit the ball, to shoot the ball, and the center back go through him, and I think
Oh, man. He's in a lot of
he
pain.
punched him.
Incidental contact, I think we can agree.
Yeah,
Nothing
sure.
nefarious there, just that's part of the game. But, oh, my goodness, that's a huge blow. 7 minutes into the first half, and Noboa is down. And again, for those of you just tuning in for the first time, Noboa, a crucial piece of Emporia FC's front three. The captain for Emporia FC for the last 2 years. He's getting examined by the trainer, and it looks like it might be his right leg. Again, he was coming in to make the play, and I didn't exactly see the collision. His good news is he's up on his own power, walking a little gingerly on that right side. Noboa looks like he's going to stay in. Of course, Noboa coming off a national championship at the junior college level earlier this year. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but hustling out, trying to work it out there, and well, actually, he's heading toward the sideline, walking alongside our head official. Be curious to see. It looks like Noboa's coming off. We're going to get a substitution.
For Tulsa Athletic, number 16.
Mark Gomez. Mark Gomez coming in here for Tulsa Athletic. No substitution made just yet for Emporia FC as Noboa came off. You got to wonder, is Coach Ibarra going to play with 10 men?
I don't think so. No.
Didn't see anybody come in a black jersey as Tulsa has it again.
Yeah.
Now we got 10 men out there for Emporia FC, so maybe
we are 10 players. Yes.
Is he just trying to save a substitution?
I think so.
Long ball goes down towards the Emporia goal, and it's an easy stop there for Pedro Silva. My apologies, Luis. Continue your thought.
Don't worry. I think he's checking if he can keep playing or no, and make a decision. He will make a decision.
See if they do make a substitution here. Again, Noboa, a very, very important piece of that front line for Emporia FC as Masa Tuji almost gets a foot on it, but it was just a little too strong. Now Tulsa with it. It was on the foot of Brian Reyes. Reyes skips it left side now to Gomez, who just checked in. Lot of pushing and shoving again. Very physical game so far between these two teams that's still even at 0. 9 minutes and 30 seconds gone thus far in this contest. Our officials for tonight's contest, our head official is Steve Matson, joined by Davis Kiesling and Christopher Nettie, the officials for tonight's match. Kenjo has it on the near boundary. Gives it to Rafa. Rafa, long ball to Kenjo. Kenjo trying to track it down, and it's sent into the stands. That's right, folks. It's take-home a ball night. If you catch that one, run fast enough, you might be able to keep it. I thought that was funny. Yeah. Right back to action immediately. Tuji had it on his toes, and it was taken away by Alejandro Sequeira. Pushing and shoving has kind of been the name of the game. Neither team really establishing dominance, though, despite all the contact. And right now, Luis, if you're looking at this matchup, what do you think is going to be the difference maker? Because they're both playing very similar styles, very physical, very fast.
Yeah, I think this game is going to be for the team who takes his opportunity, because this game used to be really close, and you have to take the opportunities.
Got to find the opportunity.
Yes.
Emporia FC trying to do that by opening up that midfield with their tiki-taka style, a lot of short passes. Finally breaking free there, coming up to stop the momentum of Hanel was Brian Reyes again. And now Tulsa settling back just a little bit, starting to push it up towards midfield. Bit of a longer pass this time. It goes to the near boundary and out of bounds. That should be out there, as Aaron Ugba was trying to reel it in, but it was just a little too strong, a little too hot. Went right off his foot. So a throw in for Emporia FC, or are they going to say? Yeah, I was going to say, I think Show was lining up for a free kick. And it was like, no, buddy, you got to throw it. Kenjo goes to Rafa. Rafa goes back to Masatuji, who just gets bodied from behind. The guilty party there was Emporia Jari. Man, he thought he was playing hockey for a second there. That was a
No boy.
that was a forearm shiver if I've ever seen one, as it looks like back on the field is Noboa. Oh, and he's down again. I think they're going to finally sub him out.
Yeah, it looks like he's not going to be able to keep playing.
No, he came back out for a minute and immediately was back on the ground, and that is just not good. Again, that takes a big weapon away for Emporia FC up front.
I'm sure.
Getting tended to, and I'm going to tell you right now, I can't tell what he's saying. I can't read his lips, but I know Noboa is telling him, no, I can still play even though he's being helped off. I mean, he is just an all-around football player. He wants to be out there, and this got to break his heart.
For Emporia FC, number 20, Jokobos Jankowskis.
Jokobos Jankowskis, the forward for Emporia FC, will take the position of the now injured Noboa Molina. That's Carlitos Noboa Molina. And, man, we certainly hope this is just a short-term thing. He'll be back. But filling some big shoes here is Jokobos, as Jokobos comes from Latvia.
Italy.
I believe.
He's from Italy.
Yeah. He is from the good old European scene. They're known for their strong style of play. We'll see what he can do. I've been trying to make him laugh for the last week, and I haven't gotten him to smile hardly at all. So we'll see if that intensity that he shows just when I'm trying to make a joke translates over into his play here. Throw in for Tulsa Athletic after the ball went out off Emporia FC. Luis Ucriza leaves it for Aaron Ugba. Ugba was trying to feed it into the box of Emporia FC. Can't find anyone there as Masatuji gets tripped up again by the feet of Aaron Ugba. And that time, I don't think it was – I think that was incidental contact. He was trying to swipe for the ball, and he just accidentally karate kicked his feet out from under him. I do believe that one was just incidental.
No, I believe that. But I think Emporia is playing is good.
Yeah.
I think both teams have a lot of respect each other.
Do you think Emporia is spending too much time in their own backfield?
I don't think so. Look, what a ball.
Great long ball. Tuji trying to fight off Jari. Jari will push that one out of bounds, and Tuji looking a little frustrated there as he's trying to turn on the afterburners and get past these defenders. He just can't seem to do it. FC back up towards midfield now. Ball is on the foot of Luan Sakamoto. Nice long ball down the right side. It goes to Takahashi. Takahashi leaves it back in just a roofer there by Fabian Arroyo, but a great pass
what a ball.
by Takahashi.
What a ball. No, it was incredible ball.
You said, though, create the opportunities. Emporia FC just created a great opportunity. Do you think that that's going to build their confidence, Luis?
Yes, I think so. They are gonna have more confidence if they keep doing that kind of.
They can see that there is a way to get through.
Yes.
Again, Luis Gomez joining myself, Tegan Terhune up here in the box, high above the Lions Den at Emporia Middle School. Emporia FC hosting Tulsa Athletic. We appreciate all of you tuning in to the League for Clubs channel here. 15 minutes plus gone here so far in this contest. Tulsa Athletic has it deep in the Emporia zone. Emporia FC trying to push it out, and it'll go out of play again. Nice stop there by Coach Victor Ibarra. Nope, that was the wonderful Teresa Ibarra, the wife of head coach Victor Ibarra, making the stop there. She's got some hands, man. Maybe we should try her in goal sometime. Ball goes off the chest of Sakamoto and out of bounds. So now Tulsa Athletic with the throw-in. Jerry gives it over to Reyes. Reyes loses it at midfield, just past midfield, I should say. Long ball down the way, trying to track it down is Jankowskis, and it's taken away by Bryson Reed. Reed with already one spectacular save in this contest. Tulsa yet to really put a shot on goal so far. Tulsa on the far boundary, pushing it along the way. Again, trying to break free of these Emporia FC Black Lions, but the Lions doing a great job of not giving them a lot of space, Luis.
No, I think we are playing, as I told you, we are playing really good. And I think we are going to take this game.
Now, I know that you're usually in the goal and you're not usually playing body to body, but when you're able to take that space away from them and just be right on top of them during the whole game, how hard does that make it just to get a pass off?
It's really difficult, yeah.
Receiving some news up here in the booth. We've just been informed that Noboa may have suffered a shin injury. We're going to try and get an update, hopefully before we go off the air here. Hopefully at halftime we might be able to get some sort of information. But to the Emporia FC faithful, I hate to tell you, he's concerned he might have broken his shin. So we're going to try and stay on top of that. We hope it is nothing that serious. Again, Noboa, very crucial piece of this Emporia FC team. We'd hate to see a season come to an end like that. Back to action here on the field. Jerry, a bit of a stutter step. Didn't really know what he wanted to do. He hands it off to Ugba, who does a bit of a backside pass. Goes to Jerry, tried the cross into the box, and it's taken away momentarily by Emporia FC. Ball goes about 60 feet in the air, comes back down. Black Lions have it. Rafa has it now for Emporia FC. Just banged it off the side of Brian Reyes, and it goes towards midfield where it's collected by Tulsa. Reyes trying to go around Rafa. And it gets sent back to Jonathan Harris. Harris left side back to Reyes. So far here for the last about 25 seconds, Tulsa's struggled a little bit to get across that midfield. Now breaking into the Emporia side. And still meeting a lot of contests here from Emporia FC. Doing a great job of contesting these possessions. Rafa following Thomas Bruley. Now goes to Reyes, taken away by Emporia FC. Bouncing back and forth like a pinball machine, and it finally goes out of play. I believe that's going to be Black Lions ball, and it will. Again, head coach Victor Ibarra for Emporia FC with the scoop up and throwing it to his man. 19:05 gone so far in this first half, and another player gets bodied to the floor. Trying to see who that was. I believe that was Brian Reyes. And Reyes, I want to give him some credit for Tulsa. He's been a big presence there in the midfield, whether he's having to stop an Emporia FC possession or he's just trying to create an opportunity for his own team. Give Reyes a lot of credit. He looks like he's definitely one of the leaders out there by far.
I'm surprised because I'm realizing that Tulsa have a great team too.
Yeah, Tulsa's a pretty solid team, that's for sure. Emporia tried to send it towards the box of Tulsa as we approach 20 minutes gone, and Tulsa recollects after a momentary lapse. Now a foot race on between Luis Ucriza and Fabian Arroyo. Right-hand corner of the box goes offside for Tulsa. So looking like Tulsa was going to set up an opportunity for a shot, and he just got a little too far ahead of the action. I believe that was Ugba. As Emporia FC with the free kick, and Kinjo, my apologies, that's Sakamoto, is going to send it back to Pedro Silva. Silva goes right side. Trying to get back up towards midfield as Emporia FC, and Tulsa regains possession. For those of you just tuning in, Emporia FC captain Carlos Noboa Molina went out with an apparent shin injury earlier in this half, and we've been told it could possibly be a broken shin, which would be absolutely devastating. We don't want to see anybody injured in any way. But again, that is the Emporia FC captain, so they're missing a big presence down there right now. But FC doing a great job of holding on. Tulsa looked like they might have had their first real opportunity there. Sakamoto, some fancy footwork, able to maintain possession, going around Carson Bonham. My correction, Carson Bonham. Someday I'll figure out how to be a good commentator. I'll figure it out at some point. I'll learn how to talk properly.
No, you are doing a great job.
Well,
you are
thank
doing
you.
a great job.
Appreciate it. I only do it for a living. You'd think I'd be a little bit stronger. As ball goes out of play off the foot of Jacobus Junkauskas. Jacobus again stepping in here for Emporia FC to replace the injured Carlos Noboa. Throw in for Tulsa goes absolutely nowhere as Carson Bottom went down. I think he was looking for a call for some contact from Emporia FC. He didn't get it. Emporia FC now pushing it back up the other way. Long ball. We got a man on the right side.
1 by 1.
Another opportunity here. That's Rafa. Rafa just gets it poked away. And you got to give a lot of credit there to Jonathan Harris for Tulsa. They called a foul on Emporia FC. I didn't see exactly what the offense was, but nonetheless, free kick to Tulsa. And taking the long shot was Brian Reyes. I give Reyes a lot of credit. The guy's got speed, and he led that attack right there, but I think he didn't let that play develop enough, Luis. I think he was just trying to fire a shot off.
I think so.
When you see that kind of an opportunity, I mean, he had guys off to his right side, his left side. Do you think he was worried about an offside call?
No, I think he has to take the opportunity.
You thought that was a good opportunity?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with the expert. Emporia FC right-hand side on the boundary, and we get a man pushed down. Are they going to make the whistle? No.
I think that was a foul.
You do?
Yeah.
Again, I go to the expert on that one. So if anybody disagrees, his name is Luis Gomez. He made that call, not me. 2G now getting a little more aggressive here as he's going up against Jerry. Jerry loses the ball, but it's poked away by Shokinjo. So Tulsa will throw it back in. Doing the honors was Aaron Ugba. Ugba throws it in to Luis Ukriza. Ukriza sending it back to Joseph Ruiz. Ruiz working it up towards midfield to Thomas Burley. Burley going back towards his own way. Now Jacobus for Emporia FC trying to snag that one away. Couldn't make it happen. A little bit of a collision between players going for the ball. Back across midfield on the foot of Reyes. Reyes, line drive pass, goes up across midfield. Trying some fancy footwork there was Luis Ukriza who gets knocked down. Again, no whistle called. Hanel was trying to send it back to Sakamoto. Sakamoto might have gotten a touch on it. Sends it back to Silva. Silva at the goal. Goes back into play. Sakamoto pulls up just a little bit. Goes to show Kinjo. Kinjo, nice little stutter step fake. Trying to fool the defenders. I don't think it worked quite as much as he wanted it to as they stayed right on him. But Silva will get it back at the goal. And now just a little bit of passing back and forth here. Again, I think Silva, Luis, correct me if I'm wrong, he's trying to just generate some openings there in the midfield with those short passes.
They're trying, yes, to make space.
Masatucci almost had a breakaway, and Jerry trips him up, and it's going to be a yellow card against Tulsa Athletic. That's going against Emporia Jerry. And Tulsa trying to appeal that decision. I don't think it's going to work. As again, it looked like it might have been a breakaway for 2G. And Jerry just tried a little too hard to stop him. And that's the second time that Jerry has gotten a little too close for comfort. The first time, he gave a nice little forearm shot to 2G. He got away with that one. This time, not so much as he gets the booking from head official Steve Matson. Matson not hearing it. Now,
let's see this opportunity.
Here's the thing, though. Jerry maybe got a little lucky because he didn't do it in the box, which means there's no PK coming, just a free kick opportunity.
Yes, could be a penalty.
Emporia FC with the free kick opportunity. See what kind of set piece they have drawn up here. Doing the honors would be Kanata Takashi. Takashi shoots it, and Bryson Reed stretching out with the save. And You got to give Bryson Reed a lot of credit. That's a
Yes.
hard save to make. He went from center all the way to the right side.
He did.
Luis, talk about how difficult a save like that is.
No, it was really difficult, I think, as well. He was not be able to see a lot of with the players, so I think he did a great save.
That's an instinctual play.
Yes.
As you mentioned there, you've got the wall of players in front of you. You've got players jockeying for position as well, but it's another opportunity here for Emporia FC as it's a corner kick. Ball sent in. It's headed away by Tulsa, collected by Emporia FC, butt bumped off the ball by Aaron Ugba, and they were trying to cross it to the left side. It goes out of play. It'll be another corner opportunity for Emporia FC. So 3 opportunities generated in just about 65 seconds. You talked all about those opportunities, Luis. They're getting them in bunches.
Yes. I think they are doing an amazing job in these last minutes.
But if you don't capitalize and score on one of these opportunities, does it even matter?
Yes. Yes, that is true. That is true. You have to, as I told you, you have to take the opportunities.
You have to capitalize. Cross comes in. It's off the body of a Tulsa Athletic player. Believe that was Ugba. And it's sent back down the other way. Trying to track it down for Emporia FC. Believe that's Hanel. My apologies. My glasses fogged up just a little bit. We're kind of going between hot and cold here. Welcome to Kansas, as that's about what you would expect. You might be able to see some of the clouds coming in here in your on your screen, and well, it was sunny and clear all day. Now the clouds moving in. Again, welcome to the beautiful state of Kansas, where the weather is just about as unpredictable as this contest. It could go either way. Approaching 30 minutes gone here in the first half. Emporia FC with possession again. Sakamoto has it. Goes to Hanel. Hanel, right side. Now Emporia FC, they're just trying to get through that midfield. And in fairness, Emporia FC's done a better job of getting through the midfield than Tulsa. Tulsa struggled a little bit more, but Tulsa, barring a few slip-ups here or there, they've maybe had some better looks. They just haven't been able to put any shots on goal yet.
I completely agree with you.
Now, Tulsa with it again. Bryson Reed, the goalkeeper for Athletic. They're just going to go ahead and pass it around here a little bit. Both teams mirroring each other and how they're trying to move that ball. Reyes, a couple passes, goes to Ugba across midfield. Tuji comes flying in trying to stop it. And now we get a Tulsa player shoved down, and our own Luis Gomez up here didn't like that one. Luis, did you not like the call, or did you not like what happened?
No, I think it was not a foul.
It was a fall.
No, it was not a foul.
Oh.
They were fighting each other for the ball.
So basically, let them play.
Yes.
As well, that is not going to be the case, as they are going to call the foul here against Emporia FC. And Jonathan Harris, the captain for Tulsa Athletic, not sure what more he was wanting there from the official, but I was having a conversation with Steve Matson. Didn't seem he got everything he wanted out of that, but it is a free kick opportunity for Tulsa now into the Emporia FC zone, trying to get into the box. A lot of pushing and shoving, a couple of arm grabs between both sides. And there will be a foul called. I think they're going to call that on Tulsa. And I'll be honest, I'm an Emporia guy, but I got to say that could have gone either way. There was a lot of contact between both sides, Luis.
Yes. As the last one, they were fighting for the ball.
Well, unfortunately, we got to move past that one. Luis not wanting to let it go, so we're going to have to move past it. It's over and done with. That free kick opportunity didn't lead to much, as we have surpassed 30 minutes, 30 seconds in this first half. Sakamoto has it. He's going to play it back to Silva in goal. Silva, short pass, goes to the right side. Now Emporia FC going to try and push back up towards midfield. On the far boundary. Long ball sent in, but Tuji not there. Here comes Shokinjo from the left side. He's going to match up with Jerry, and Jerry shoves Kinjo down. That's the second time he has just forcefully shoved a player. He's already got a yellow card. He's pushing his luck. I gotta say, I respect a guy who's not changing the way he plays despite the yellow card. But man, he's He's dancing on a line there a little bit with the physicality. Pedro Silva manages to stop the play for a moment as he scoops one up for Emporia FC. Despite a little contact there towards the goal. Long ball sent down the opposite side of the field from us over on the far boundary. Kanata Takahashi fighting for it. Gets grabbed by the arm, and another free kick opportunity awarded to Emporia FC. I'm assuming you probably thought that one might have been a foul.
Yeah. For sure.
Lot of grabbing. Steve Matson, the head official again, whistling that one. So FC will have the free kick from all the way across the field here. And did they just pull another card?
Yes.
Another yellow card for Emporia, or for Tulsa Athletic. You can tell I was a little surprised by that one. I'm wondering if that was just something he said, because it didn't look like the foul he committed.
I think he said something that he shouldn't say.
And let's be honest, I know you've been playing this game a long time.
Yes.
You can get away with saying a lot, so you got to say something to
Yes.
get a card for language.
For sure, he said something.
Yeah. Free kick goes from right to left side of the field. Sakamoto will track it down. He doesn't have much time as Ukba pokes it away. This is going to be the best opportunity that Tulsa's had so far. Men on the right and left. Shot. Switching from right to left. Shot on goal. No good. Pedro Silva didn't have to make the stop as it was wide of the goal, but Silva, great job to get from one end to the other and take away the easy shot opportunity.
No. What a save. What a save. He did an unbelievable save.
I didn't think he got a hand on it, but it looks like they're going to say he did. I thought it went wide of him. I didn't think he touched it.
I think he touched with the foot.
Oh, might have touched the foot, says our goalkeeper here, Luis Gomez, and you might be right. It did look like it took a bit of a bounce.
Yes.
And it would explain why they were giving him so much love down there. As, oh boy, we've got another Emporia FC Black Lion down on the field right at midfield here. Oh, man. And we want to remind everybody, this is the second time we've had an Emporia FC player down in a lot of pain after Carlos Noboa went out earlier in this first half with what we've been told might be a broken shin. We'll try and get more information on that. And that is Sakuramoto at midfield, who's been absolutely stellar in the backfield. And now, if he's injured, you lose a crucial piece in the back, and you've already lost a crucial piece up front. Luis, talk to us about how devastating that can be to a team to lose two key players on both sides of the ball.
I mean, if they lose both players, it's going to be hard for the team. But I'm sure in the bench there are guys that they are ready to play.
We have a saying here in America, next man up.
Yes.
Do you have a similar saying in Spain?
I don't think so, no.
No? I was hoping you were going to give us a Spanish lesson, man. Come on. Oh, boy. Sakuramoto started to get up, took a step, and he's back into a huddled position. And that's just, that speaks to the physicality of this contest so far. It's been extremely physical. Oh, boy. Sakuramoto's going to come off the field, so they'll play down one man, 10 on the field in black uniforms. Full 11 here for, as I just broke my pen, full 11 here for Tulsa Athletic, as again, I think Coach Victor Ibarra is trying to save his substitutions here for when he desperately needs them.
Yeah, but he looks like I think he's going to come back.
Sakuramoto looks like he's walking a little stronger there. As we have a corner opportunity coming here for Tulsa Athletic. They had a great offensive opportunity earlier with the save by Pedro Silva at point-blank range that led to this corner. So, man, Tulsa really putting the bodies on Emporia FC. I got to say, I like the strategy here of Tulsa in this corner kick opportunity. Pushing and shoving a little bit, not getting too physical, but they're taking away a lot of the vision of Emporia FC. It's smart. But Emporia, they're known for their speed more than their physicality. They're able to get free pretty quickly. 36 minutes, 20 seconds gone in the first half. Corner coming. Ball right into the center of the box. Header attempted and no good, as the only thing that ended up in the goal was Tulsa Athletics' Eric Diaz. Diaz doing his best Robin Van Persie impression, trying to be the Flying Dutchman, trying to put his head on the ball, and he just missed it, I think. It was a little off center and found his own self in the goal. Silva looked like he was going to send it and decided instead to pick it up, move it back to the center as Sakuramoto's back in for Emporia FC. Ball nearly taken away by Tulsa. On the near boundary with it is Emporia FC. Isho Kinjo sends it up the way to Masa Tuji. It's intercepted by Jari, and it's going to be sent back to Bryson Reed in goal for Tulsa. And just like that, Emporia FC looked like they were going to start to speed out a little bit. Tulsa breaks that up in a hurry. Far boundary, had it, did Brian Reyes of Tulsa Athletic, and two Black Lions swarm on top of him, take it away, goes out of play. Looks like we have a throw-in coming here, and there it is. Long throw down towards Emporia FC's goal. Sakuramoto's going to come out, field it. Silva will play it out, long ball into the Tulsa bench, and Luis, you had a little bit of a gesture there on that last little play. What were you seeing?
I didn't see nothing.
Oh,
that's why I'm surprised. I don't know. I didn't
surprised that he sent it back towards Pedro?
No, I'm surprised like the foul. Because for the foul.
Oh, for the foul.
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, Luis was paying closer attention to me. I was watching the ball down here. I didn't even see the foul, so thank you for catching that. But essentially, you're saying you didn't see anything on
No,
it.
I didn't see anything.
It seems like the officials are letting them play.
Yeah, it looks like.
But there are some, I will agree, there's maybe been one or two where I was kind of like, yeah, maybe not. Rafa has it for Emporia FC, sends it up the far boundary, but there's nobody back in a black uniform. So to go right back to Tulsa, Bryson Reed will have it at his own box, just at the point. He'll send it to the right side to Luis Ucriza. Tulsa taking their time. Reyes has it. Gets the touch, sends it up to Eric Diaz. It shoots off his foot and out of bounds as we have surpassed 39 minutes played so far in this first half. It was last touched by Emporia FC, providing the defense, and so it'll be a throw-in for Tulsa right there. Reyes sends a long ball in. It goes off the chest of one of his teammates. Now a header there by Sakuramoto for Emporia FC at midfield. Sakuramoto able to do some fancy juggling right there despite having his jersey held from behind. And there will be a whistle from Steve Mattson as he's having a conversation with the Tulsa player. They both kind of looked at each other. I was like, what? And he's like, what? Player's like, what am I supposed to do? And Steve's like, what am I supposed to do? Approaching 40 minutes played as Tuji, nice touch. He's got an opportunity. Jerry right behind him. He gets knocked down. That's going to be a foul.
No, penalty.
And a penalty. Tuji put it on the speed. I think he knew he wasn't going to win that foot race. He said, I just got to get in the box.
No.
And he did.
And we have to mention the pass, too. What a pass.
Fantastic, absolutely. Tuji gets knocked down. Now we have a PK opportunity here for Emporia FC. This could break the scoreless tie with 40 and a half minutes played. Both teams with opportunities. This might be the best one either's had so far.
I think so.
I take that back. It's definitely the best opportunity either team's had so far. See what Tuji can do. He is a sniper. He knows how to put it where he wants it. Grabbing onto everybody here. See what happens. Bryson Reed has done a great job in goal here for Tulsa so far. See if he can read Tuji. Tuji, slow approach. Puts the shot on. He gets it! Goal for Emporia FC! In the 41st minute of play, the scoreless tie is broken. And for the first time, Emporia FC has a lead over Tulsa Athletic off the hot foot by Masa Tuji.
11, Masaki Tsuji.
Masa Tuji has had multiple times where he's been contested going in there. It finally caught up to Tulsa. They knock him down there in the box. He gets the PK opportunity, and he nails it. Bryson Reed, again, has had a great day in goal so far. He just completely misread that one, went to the right. Tuji said, I'm going left.
The keeper, he was not able to do anything.
And you've been in that position before, I'm sure.
A penalty is really difficult to save.
I mean, it's really, how much of that is skill? How much of that's just luck?
To be honest with you, I think it's 100% lucky.
Really? It's a big goal, but it can get small in a hurry, depending on the keeper. So, Tuji bangs it home. Emporia FC now back on their heels just a little bit, trying to get it out of their own zone. Tulsa had it, thought there was a stoppage in play. They stopped playing for a moment. Emporia tried to capitalize. Good job by Tulsa's Brian Reyes to get back into the game and get that one out of there. Goes to Jerry, who just sends it over the uprights of the American football goalpost. 42 plus minutes gone. Again, Tuji broke the scoreless tie for Emporia FC in the 41st minute with the PK after the foul committed in the Tulsa zone just a few moments ago. 43 minutes now gone in the first half. Emporia FC leading 1-0. Now on the far boundary with it is Tulsa. Ball gets knocked free by Emporia FC. Tripped up was Takahashi. Now Tulsa has possession again, and nary a whistle called for any of the offenses there by head official Steve Matson, again letting them play a little bit. Now Hanel trying to catch up to the forward. Collision of the legs there leads to an Emporia FC player on the ground. No foul whistled. Emporia FC trying to clear out the ball. Tulsa now moving back towards midfield. Long ball goes into the Emporia FC box. No heads able to make connection. And reeling it in is Fabian Arroyo, the midfielder for Emporia FC, playing way back. Tulsa Athletic will send it back to their keeper, Bryson Reed. Reed out of his own box, sends it back up towards midfield. Left side with it is Tulsa. And Athletic, again trailing 1-0 to Emporia FC off the penalty shot by Masa Tuji just 3 minutes ago. Tulsa struggling to get through the field cleanly. They finally have an opportunity and roof it again, and a lot of visible frustration shown out of Aaron Ugba. Ugba, Luis, great positioning. It was a great pass, but Tulsa just, it seems like, has struggled a little bit to get their power just right. They've had great looks. They just can't seem to get the distance.
But I think that's why I think we are doing a great job and they are struggling. It's for our fault because we are doing a great job.
Again, it goes back to that space. You take away their space, it makes it a little bit harder to judge the shot. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Understood. We have surpassed 45 minutes, and we will have 6 minutes of added time. Not surprising. We've had a lot of stoppages here in this first half. Tulsa has it back in their possession now, trying to work it around, getting into the box, but they can't make the progression as Rafa gets it for Emporia FC. Rafa, long ball. Tuji's going to try and track it down, but he's already well behind. Jonathan Harris, the captain for Tulsa, and Harris will send it back to Reed. Reed, long ball across midfield off the forehead of Sho Kinjo for Emporia to Hanel. Hanel gives it over to Jankowskis. My correction, that was Fabian Arroyo. We got to get these guys to have a few different haircuts. That makes it easier. Some of them got the same haircut. I can't tell who's who at times when it's going so fast. Emporia FC taking their time here, switching it left to right. It's on the foot of Sakuramoto, who we thought might be joining Noboa on the injured bench earlier, as he also suffered a leg injury that appears to not be bothering him anymore, but unfortunately the same can't be said for Noboa, as Noboa, again, suffering a shin injury very early in this contest. We were hoping for the best news from him here shortly, but it doesn't appear to be too good, as again, we've heard rumor it might be a broken shin. 46-46 now played here as Tulsa gets across midfield. Trying to take it away there was Jankowskis from Emporia FC. Tulsa again maintaining possession. And Tulsa, Luis, is doing a good job of, when they find themselves in a bad position, pushing it back and resetting themselves.
The thing is, we are doing a better job. Look.
Right there, Masatuji, he's got a breakaway. He's got a man behind him. He's already been knocked down once, and it led to a PK. I think Tulsa backing off just a little bit there, gave him a little room, but not enough for Masa to do anything with it. Still in the box, Emporia FC has it. Trying to fire the shot in was Takahashi, and it goes off of a shin, believe of a Tulsa player, so it should be a corner for Emporia FC. But Luis, you saw it before it even happened right there. You were doing a great job. You tracked that one. Masa, again, that's the third time he's had a near breakaway. And I think, though, again, you got to give Tulsa a little bit of credit. They stuck up with him there. And Masa is a speed demon. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could run the length of this entire field before we could blink.
Yeah, we have players that they are really, really fast.
And so does Tulsa. They're very much mirror images.
Well,
corner kick goes into the box, off the head of Shokinjo, and it'll go out of play. So Tulsa will have it now to be a goal kick here for, or my apologies, a throw in here for Tulsa. I thought that went past the corner. My apologies. Tulsa throws it in off the head of Ugba, and then on the foot of Sakuramoto. It's banged off the shin of Sakuramoto, or so Carson Bondman thought, as it'll actually be off of Tulsa. So Kinjo will throw a little short pass there to Hanel. It goes back to Kinjo, knocked out of bounds again by Ugba, and Emporia FC back with another opportunity. Left side of the box here with it is Rafa. Rafa has it knocked off the shin of a Tulsa defender. 48 minutes plus gone, now into the 49th minute. 4 of the 6 added minutes now gone here in this first half. Tulsa Athletic has it in their own zone. Wonder if they're going to try and push the issue a little bit more here, try and get one more opportunity before halftime, Luis.
Looks like they are going to... Good.
You were saying?
No, I think they are going to have one more opportunity, and looks...
Well, and if you're Tulsa, I mean, obviously there's still another 45 minutes plus to play, but if you're Tulsa, how important is it to get a goal before halftime? I mean, what does that do for you when you get back in?
It will be really important because, go to the halftime losing 1-0.
It's not a mountain.
It's not the best. It's not the best scenario. But
fair point.
As I told you, to be fair, I think we are doing a great job. We are making really good long passes, and we have really fast players. So we are doing a great job.
Yeah. Brian Reyes recollects it here for Tulsa. Rafa has it now for Emporia FC. He's going to send it up the way, trying to track it down as Takahashi, as it looked like Rafa just got bowled over. No whistle by the officials. Ball sent back towards the Emporia zone by Tulsa, and it goes out of play on the track around the field here at Emporia Middle School in the Lions' Den. 5 of the extra minutes gone, coming up on the 6th minute of added time, which we were told that's what it would be. 50 minutes, 49 seconds played so far. 1-0, the lead for Emporia FC off the penalty shot by Masatuji in the 41st minute. Flag goes up. That's going to be offside, as we have eclipsed 51 minutes. And it looks like it'll be a goal kick here for Emporia FC, and that should probably do it. as this kick should send us to the halftime break, and it will. The whistle by Steve Mattson, and that will do it for one. 51 minutes played, 1-0, the lead for Emporia FC. We're going to go ahead and we're going to step aside for a little bit here. When we come back, we'll come back here in about 10 minutes or so, give you some thoughts on the first half as we will get set for the second half.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
keys to victory for these two teams? What does Emporia FC need to do to maintain or even increase their lead? What does Tulsa need to do to get on the board and try and draw even?
Emporia needs to don't make mistakes because we are winning. We have a really good result, so we don't need to make any mistake, and we don't have to assume any risk. We have to keep playing like we are playing. We are sure if we keep playing as we were playing, we are gonna get the
Play balance, play your game.
Yes.
For Tulsa, I mean, what do you think is the key for them? They've had some good opportunities.
They have to take more risk because they are losing 1-0. So I think they have to play higher, and that Emporia can take.
Yeah. So Emporia FC, according to our expert here, Luis Gomez, joining us on the headset again. Emporia FC play mistake-free. Tulsa be a little bit more of a risk taker here. Now, I will say, as we start the second half now, Tulsa Athletic with possession, pushing it around the backfield there. The captain, Jonathan Harris, pushing it up. Getting right in the middle of the way there's Emporia FC, as we're going to get no foul. It looked like we might, as Emporia FC was pleading their case. Kanata Takahashi said that there was a foul called by the side official, but no call there from the head. 45.5 minutes played, not including stoppage time in the first half here between these two teams. It's a 1-0 lead for Emporia FC, which it's worth pointing out last week, Emporia FC's introduction to the League for Clubs against Tulsa, they were trailing 2-0 at the start of the second half off 2 big goals in the first 10 minutes of that contest for Athletics. So Emporia FC definitely has learned from their introduction and are starting to play their style here despite being down their fearless leader in Carlos Noboa. Pedro Silva gets it in the Emporia FC goal. He'll play it out, goes to the right side. Now just a little bit of passing here between the Black Lions. Fabricio Kaspariski sends it across the way to Sakuramoto. Sakuramoto, we thought, was also going to go out with an injury earlier as he took one to the shin. Took him a minute to get up, but he's back into the action since that time. Emporia FC, the short passes, now turns into a long ball, and it's way off the mark. You got to give Kanata Takahashi a little credit there. He tried to stick the leg out and bring it in, Luis, but he would have needed about his leg to be about 65 more inches if he was going to touch that one.
He did something weird.
Hey, he tried to make a play. Throw in there by Tulsa. Stoppage in play. I'm not sure exactly what the call was there, but nonetheless, it'll be a free kick for Tulsa. So whatever it was, leads an opportunity for Tulsa to reset here. They move it into their own backfield. Now, long ball down the stretch, being tracked down by Emporia FC Sakuramoto. Sakuramoto being contested, and he'll just go ahead and boot it out of play. Again, we appreciate all of you tuning in here for this coverage of League for Clubs soccer action. Emporia FC hosting Tulsa Athletic. Tegan Terhune, joined by my broadcast colleague, Luis Gomez. Luis, I was told that you just arrived in Emporia 2 hours before the team took to the field for warm-ups. Did you just fly in from Spain, or did you just get into Emporia?
No, I wasn't.
Big save there by Silva, his second of the contest to stop the momentum of Tulsa. My apologies. Go ahead.
No, don't worry. I was in Dallas.
Dallas.
Yes. And as you mentioned, I just come here.
Yeah.
I just
Did you
arrived.
drive the whole way?
No. I took a plane.
Okay, very good. So did you fly into Wichita or Kansas City?
Kansas City.
Oh, okay, good. You got to see the big city. Now you get to see the beautiful city of Emporia. You get to see the big, now the beautiful. As Emporia FC, again, in their own box, send it back to Silva to Sakuramoto. Silva had 2 big saves so far in this contest. The first one coming late in that first half. He got a toe tap on the shot that went wide, and the ball sent out of play towards the fans. Good hands by the ball boys here on the track around Emporia Middle School's field. Tulsa with the throw-in, goes off the boot of Francois Jaris-Ray. And a collision down low. Might have been generated, I think it was, by Emporia's Bernardo Hanel. So Hanel, little too close for comfort. Now Emporia FC, Luis, looks like they're starting to adopt some of the aggression we've seen out of Tulsa. Is that a bad strategy? As long shot goes flying into the crowd yet again. A lot of balls flying into the crowd here tonight. But, I mean, is that a bad idea for Emporia? Because they were playing a much softer style, it seemed like. I mean, they were getting aggressive when they needed to in the first half. They're up 1-0. Is it a good idea to start showing the same aggression?
I don't think so. I think they need to wake up a little bit.
Emporia, you mean?
Yes.
As Emporia FC will have the goal kick from Pedro Silva. And Silva, as we mentioned, a call-up from the second team, the UPSL squad for Emporia FC, has had a great season so far. 2 penalty shot stops and a clean sheet so far for the young goalkeeper. As Tulsa Athletic, again, trying to generate some opportunities. That was Jairus Ray tying up with Emporia FC's Vittorio Balisi. As a free kick is awarded here to Tulsa. See what they try to do. As Tulsa Athletic has the opportunity here. As, yep. Just one man in the way. As Tulsa lining it up. Curls to the right of the box. Ball is free, and it's kicked away by Emporia FC. Pedro Silva was trying to get in the way of the ball. He was about a half step behind, had a defender in the back, couldn't see the number, but great job by that back line of Emporia FC to stop the momentum and the opportunity for Tulsa. And I got to tell you, Luis, obviously goalkeeper, you got one job to do, and that's stop the ball, but when you got teammates willing to step up and help you there, that's got to be a big relief. Another cross into the box here for Tulsa, another header opportunity. Comes up empty for Athletic as another player down for Emporia FC. A little bit of a collision. I think that's Sakamoto. Yeah, might have clanked heads just a little bit, but he looks to be okay with over 51 minutes gone now. And Luis, to that point, I mean, having somebody that can step in there, help cover an extra part of the goal, that's got to give you a lot of relief, and it's got to give you a lot of confidence too, knowing you've got people that can fill in case you're out of position.
Yes, but sometimes it's really difficult because you have a lot of players and you don't know exactly what do you have to do.
Right. Too many bodies can create a little confusion. Again, we have the saying here in America, too many chefs in the kitchen. Makes for a crowded room. Throw in for Emporia FC off a scramble for the ball that went off the toe of a Tulsa Athletic player. Just over 52 minutes now gone in the contest. Still leading is Emporia FC 1-0 over Tulsa, looking to get one back on Tulsa Athletic after the rude welcoming that Emporia received with a 3-0 loss last week down in Tulsa. And players gathering towards the box with the corner kick coming for the Black Lions. See what they can do here. Going to try and increase their lead. Corner kick comes flying in, goes right off the head of a Tulsa defender and out of play. So that should be another throw in for Emporia FC, and it will be. Throwing it in for the Black Lions, Fabricio Kaspersky. My correction, Kaspersky. Ball toe tapped by Tulsa. Nobody able to come up with it on the 3 header attempts. Now, Kaspersky getting a little too close for comfort there on Luis Ucriza. As the free kick will come now for Tulsa. And, I mean, you got to give Fabricio some credit. He's trying to generate an opportunity. But, again, that's the kind of play we saw kind of cost Tulsa with that penalty shot by Masatuji. They just got a little too aggressive and shoved him down, and next thing you know, you're down 1-0. Again, Luis, I ask you, can Emporia really afford to start making these aggressive plays? Because I feel like that's going to lead to opportunities for Tulsa to draw even.
No, I think we cannot allow that. We have to be smart, but I think the guys right now, they are getting better.
Is there a good balance between aggression and skill play, or do you have to choose one or the other?
No, you can do both, I think.
Well, Emporia has shown off the skill so far. Tulsa has shown off their own set of skills as well. They've created some opportunities. They've just been about a half step behind or maybe just a touch too strong on a few shots. This could easily be an even contest, if not a 2+ lead for Tulsa. Emporia FC in the box. Hanel, a great spin move. Shot on goal, hits the crossbar. But I think that was going to be offside anyway, as it looked like Jacobus Jankowskis got just a little too far ahead of the play for Emporia. So even if he had hit the back of the goal, I don't think it would have meant anything there, as he was just a little too far ahead of everyone else. Another great opportunity for Emporia FC, though, and a beautiful spin move by Hanel. Offside call there against Tulsa, as the jersey gets a little bit of a tug there. Pedro Silva was way outside the goal, even outside the box. I think he knew it was offside, so he was just coming in there to try and take it away if he had to. And Pedro, he's been playing way outside the goalie box this whole time. I mean, Luis, talk to us about your style. Do you like to play that far out, or do you prefer to be a little bit more closer to the goal?
I mean, for me, I feel that Pedro is playing really high, but that depends each person how feel, you know. For example, I don't feel really comfortable playing too high.
So it's a player-by-player decision.
Yes.
Fair enough. And we've seen Pedro. He's got no shortage of confidence. That might be playing a factor as Tulsa Athletic subs in Alejandro Sequeira. The official stops play for a moment. And we've got a stoppage here. I was checking my notes there. I didn't see exactly what led to the stoppage. Nonetheless, here we go. Steve Mattson saying, all right, go ahead, guys. They're back underway. Pedro Silva has it on his foot. He's just waiting for somebody to come up and press him. He'll send it over to the right side to Vittorio Balisi. Now to the foot of Fabricio Kaspersiki. Tried to cross it to the left side of the field. Too strong, too high, too hard to handle. Again, for those of you that are just now tuning in to this contest, want to let you know Carlos Noboa for Emporia FC went down with an injury in the first half. Again, appears to be an injury to his shin. We've been told that Noboa believes it might have been a broken shin. As I could see some folks asking some questions there on the stream, that is the reason he's not in, and hopefully we'll get a better update here a little bit later on. But for right now, there will be no Noboa on the field, again, taken out early in the contest. Tulsa Athletic now with it on their own end of the field, send it back the other way. Emporia FC trying to stop the momentum. Long cross, right to left here for Tulsa. Now dead center gets taken away, booted out of play there by Emporia FC. Another great job on that back end for the Black Lions. Again, Tegan Terhune, Luis Gomez here on the call for you from the Lions Den in Emporia, Kansas. As still in their own box is Emporia FC, as they're going to try and clear it. A player goes head over heels. It gets tumbled. And Tulsa's going to be awarded a corner kick off that last scramble. This is a dangerous possession here because, again, Tulsa, they're very aggressive. They like to push and shove. They like to find their openings here. They're going to try everything they can. Emporia FC's got to lock down hard as Tulsa's had multiple opportunities, and it's just been maybe a little too strong here, a little too strong there, but they're going to dial it in at some point. Here comes the long corner. Header on goal. Another stop by Emporia FC. Believe that was Luan Sakamoto, the defender, who got a foot on it, as Pedro Silva was just slightly out of position. He was playing pretty hard to that left corner side of the goal. The ball was going towards the right, and right in with the toe tap comes Sakamoto. And again, Luis, as a goalkeeper, that's got to be a big sigh of relief when you realize you're out of position, you see that ball going past you, and all of a sudden, no goal, your teammate stepped up.
Yes, it's a really difficult decision, but I mean, I think Emporia solved good.
Another corner here for Tulsa. Header goes up over the goal, and now it'll be a goal kick for Emporia FC. A little slap of the hands there between Vittorio Balisi and Kanata Takahashi. My correction, that was Fabrizio Kapersky, my apologies, as they realized they teamed up for some big stoppages there. Approaching 60 minutes gone in the contest. Ball sent towards midfield again by Emporia FC. Sky-high shot up across midfield. Headed away by Tulsa. Now a bounce there just past midfield on the opposite side. A little bit of a hip check. Sends an Emporia FC player to the ground. Now a sliding attempt is stopped by Emporia FC. I believe that was Sho Kinjo. Ball being pushed up towards the Tulsa goal. We got a man on the left side looking for somebody for him. Fires a shot. That's Masa Tuji. Tuji gets slide tackled and knocked down. There will be no whistle against it. That's the third time Tuji has had an opportunity taken away. He's been knocked down as our lead official coming out to check on the downed Emporia FC player. Steve Matson was allowing the play to go. And I mean, that's a tough call as an official. You know, you've got one team that's making their way down. The action's pushing towards an opportunity. I mean, that's a hard call to make. You don't want to stop the action, but clearly.
I think the referee did. He made a good decision.
Yeah. Don't want to take opportunities away from a team. As trying to see, I believe that was Sakamoto. Yes, it was. And that's the second time Sakamoto's been on the ground for a prolonged period of time. First time in the first half with a possible injury. Sakamoto has been stellar on the backside, as we've mentioned. Corner comes in, no good. Sakamoto, again, as I was saying, has made a couple saves for Emporia FC, assisting his keeper, Pedro Silva, as, again, the opportunity there for the corner, not paying dividends for Emporia FC just a moment ago. 61 minutes, 50 seconds gone here in this contest. Still a 1-0 lead for Emporia FC over Tulsa Athletic. Tulsa pushing back towards the Emporia side of the field, trying to track it down as Alejandro Sequeira, and it goes out of play. Hands it off. Good show of sportsmanship there by Sequeira as he gives it over to Fabrizio Kapersky. Emporia FC trying to get possession back as, oh boy. Oh man. Rafa de Almeida goes down, grasping at his left thigh. I think he had a bit of a, what we call a shin checker, but unfortunately it caught him up high. It doesn't seem to be bothering him now as he sends it back to Sakamoto. Sakamoto, line drive pass, intercepted almost by Tulsa. It's on the foot of Masa Tuji. Tuji, great ball down the way, but it's headed away by Tulsa. That was a great pass by Tuji. If it would have gotten past Mark Gomez, that would have been a great opportunity for Kanata Takahashi, but give Gomez a lot of credit. He got right in front of it, stopped the momentum. Now, Tulsa with their own opportunity, left side of the box with it. Sends it over to the right, nobody there. Sho Kinjo trying to reel it in. Tulsa regains possession, shot on goal, and it goes right past Pedro Silva into the back of the goal. There's nothing you can do about that one. That was just a line drive, perfect line shot.
No, he was
Pedro
not able to do
didn't even
anything.
have time to really see it. And that draws this contest even. Eric Diaz Draws even for Tulsa Athletic in the 63rd minute of play. And what was a bit of a cluster down low between the two. Both teams pushing, shoving, jockeying for position. Tulsa able to break free, get that ball out, just circled around to the top, let it go. And, I mean, that's one of those shots that you don't expect to get past a keeper like that. I mean, it was a long shot.
No, he would not be able to do anything, and I think, to be fair, he's doing a really good job. He's doing a really good game.
Trying to stay in front of it, yeah.
He has to keep playing.
Masatucci not wasting any time, hustling down the other side. Emporia FC trying to get into an offensive opportunity. Takahashi has it on his foot from the right side. Just misses! Just barely misses off the right side. Had a great shot, a tough angle. If that ball would have curled just a few inches more, it would have gone right in off the left side. Give Bryson Reed some credit, the keeper for Tulsa, as he took away the easy angle there for Takahashi. Takahashi having to try and put it in off the left side. Just a little wide, but man, that would have been insane to have back-to-back goals like that this quickly, but it just shows how dangerous Emporia FC can be when you put their backs against the wall. Again, 1-1 now as Tulsa Athletic drew even in the 63rd minute, now at the 65.5-minute mark. Emporia FC doing a good job breaking up the possession there for Tulsa. Kaspersky goes to Rafa. Rafa gets knocked down yet again, and he's grabbing at the opposite leg now. A few moments ago, we saw him grabbing at the left leg, the high thigh. Now grabbing at the shin. He seems to pop right back up. Action back underway. Emporia FC now starting to dump the reserves. They're turning on the afterburners, and the speed is picking up here, Luis.
Yes, I think we are suffering right now a lot of. We have to try to calm down the game and try to come back to to have the possession to the ball.
Do you feel as though trying to speed up too much could lead to more mistakes?
Yes, I think so.
Emporia FC known for their speed, but they're able to control it pretty well. The last two possessions, just a bit of frantic speed that led to turnovers here to Tulsa. Tulsa will have the kick here, as we have a Tulsa player down on the opposite boundary. I think his boot just came off, so he's trying to get that back on. You know, I've heard of juking someone out of their shoes, but I've never seen it literally. As loses the shoe, gets it back on, and here we go. We're back to action here. Again, our appreciation to everybody tuning in here on the League for Clubs official channel as the ball goes flying in. And Tulsa will have the corner kick as it was touched by Emporia FC as it went out of bounds by Kaspersky. Again, Fabrizio Kaspersky, the defender, one of the newer faces here for Emporia FC. Corner kick here for Tulsa. Header on goal. Goes the wrong way, but regained by Tulsa. Another cross. Coming in to save it was Emporia FC's Sakamoto. And Sakamoto, oh man, he's had two big saves to assist his keeper. That time, Luis, it looked like he almost got in Pedro's way and led to a goal.
Yeah, I think that was a foul because the striker didn't let Pedro punch the ball, and he was bothering him.
I mean, obviously trying to help his teammate, but
I think it
sometimes
was a clear fault.
Too much help can be a hindrance. Kaspersky has it now for Emporia FC. He'll send it to the middle of the field. Tulsa back on their heels a little bit here as they reset. Bryson Reed with it now for Tulsa. He'll send the short pass to Captain Jonathan Harris. Harris working it towards midfield. Long ball sent down the way by Francois Jarris-Ray. Tulsa now with a little bit of momentum on their side. Getting tangled up was Alejandro Sequeira, and he was tangling up. I believe that was Sakamoto. So another corner coming for Tulsa, and we should say again, the last corner kick opportunity almost led to another goal for Tulsa as Sakamoto came in to try and stop it and almost interfered with his own keeper. Looks like Emporia FC going to make some substitutions.
Emporia FC, number 19, Kynes Tomps.
Kynes Tomps coming in at midfield.
Gonzalez.
And Henry Gonzalez, the defender for Emporia FC. So some changes here for Coach Victor Ibarra. Coming off are Rafa de Almeida. Trying to see who the other player was coming off there. As Tom's the Englishman. Corner kick goes towards the goal, and it's knocked out of bounds again by Emporia FC. So another corner coming here for Tulsa, this time from the opposite corner. This will be the 4th corner opportunity that Tulsa has had now in the last 10 minutes.
Yes,
Again, one of those almost finding the back of the net.
we are suffering a lot of in the corners, I feel.
Obviously, corners don't always lead to a goal. I mean, it can be a scramble, but when you keep giving them up the law of averages, it's probably going to fall in at some point. Emporia FC's got to limit these, as that one goes over the heads of every player in every badge. And Emporia FC gets a bit of a break. Maybe the wind here carrying that one just a little bit further than Tulsa had hoped. As Pedro Silva will have the goal kick. He'll go left side to Sakamoto. Sakamoto taking his time, careful approach. Emporia FC trying to push their way back towards midfield once again. At midfield with it now is Henry Gonzalez. Gonzalez works it back to the defenders. They send it back up towards midfield again. Emporia FC trying to break through that line of Tulsa. We get another player knocked down. No whistle called by the officials. It'll go back to Tulsa. Jonathan Harris, the captain for Tulsa, sends it up across midfield, and we get a whistle here. They're going to call the foul against Emporia, so free kick awarded to Tulsa at midfield. Harris. Emporia has it now at midfield, taking it back. Masatuji, the speed demon out of Japan for Emporia FC, trying to get around the defenders. He's been able to break through the defense multiple times tonight. He's been shoved down a few times. Of course, Tuji has the lone goal for Emporia FC with the penalty shot that found the right side in the 41st minute of play back in the first half. That was 30 minutes ago, as we have eclipsed 71 minutes coming up on minute number 72 of this even contest. 1-1. As Eric Diaz drew Tulsa even with Emporia in the 63rd minute off a, quite frankly, beautiful goal from way outside. Another throw-in coming here for Tulsa. Tulsa playing it back, and I think Harris, he was tracking that one down, had his hand up in the air. I think he was saying, whoa, 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 there's nobody back there. Able to track it down. Now Tulsa back up at midfield. Skipping it to the right side is Harris. Long ball sent towards the Emporia box. Out comes Pedro Silva. He'll go ahead and collect that on his own boot. And now the short passes begin again by Emporia FC. Again, FC really likes to employ the tiki-taka style that we've talked about before historically. They like those short passes to try and open the midfield, and it's worked a few times here, but again, you got to give Tulsa some credit. They've done a good job of closing up that middle lane, and Emporia has struggled to get through cleanly.
Yeah, I think we changed the way that we are playing the first half.
Yeah.
I think, as I told you, we are suffering a lot of right now, but I hope the team is going to recover and getting better.
Emporia FC player gets fouled down on their own end. Free kick here for the Black Lions. Ball skipped from right to left. Goes to Kaspersky. Long ball being tracked down by Takahashi. Takahashi has an opportunity on the right wing. Gets caught up with. He's trying to get free, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Takahashi had a great opportunity. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough speed behind him, and he gets caught up with, and the opportunity taken away.
Now starting in the Tulsa Athletic, Santiago Martinez.
Santiago Martinez coming in here for Tulsa Athletic. give Takahashi a lot of credit. Multiple times, Luis, we've seen Takahashi have an opportunity, but again, Tulsa, very much a mirror image of Emporia FC and the way they like to play. They're very fast and they're very skilled. They know how to catch up to you and they know how to create the contact to stop your opportunities.
Yeah, I think we have to take advantage because we have two forwards that they are really fast, and they are. I think both Japanese are doing a really great job, and we have to take that advantage.
Bryson Reed with the sky-high kick sends it to midfield. It's recovered by Emporia FC on their own end. Now the ball headed away at midfield by Harris, the captain for Tulsa, back to FC. Sakamoto sends it to the far sideline. Tuji has it. Leaves it to Kinjo. Kinjo coming up. Gets knocked down. No foul is going to be called. Tuji has it again. He's trying to split the defenders. He's on that left side. He's got men up front and the other side. They're going to say it was no foul, as it looks like he just tripped over his own feet, and that's easy to do when you move as fast as Masa Tuji. Sometimes air can be your worst nightmare because you get so far ahead of yourself. You start to put that head down to run for the goal, get a little top heavy and topple over. I think that's exactly what just happened to Tuji. Still an even score here, 1-1 off the 63rd minute goal by by Tulsa Athletics' Eric Diaz. Emporia FC opened the scoring in the 41st minute of play in the first half with a penalty shot by Masa Tuji. Again, appreciate all of you who are tuning in for this broadcast. Tegan Terhune joined by Luis Gomez on the call here tonight. Emporia FC at midfield. Sending it the opposite way now. And again, Takahashi trying to track it down. Takahashi's had some struggles here because it's either been too far ahead of him or it's been just a little too close. He doesn't get enough time to build up the speed he gets caught up with. I guarantee you, Luis, if Takahashi can just get a little separation, maybe just an inch, he's going to have a beautiful look. We saw it earlier.
If they are to be able to connect between them, I think they're going to make a lot of pain.
Well, Takahashi did have a good look on the goal earlier as he was coming off the right side, had to make a hard angle shot to the left, and it almost went in but curled just wide of the goal a few moments ago. It would have put Emporia FC out in front. It was actually shortly after the beautiful goal by Eric Diaz. Approaching minute number 77 here in Emporia, Kansas. Still even at 1. Emporia FC now with possession. Tuji has it. Another long ball to Takahashi. Takahashi just not able to reel it in. And Takahashi, he's doing a good job of reading the situation. I mean, we see him pull up a few times, and I think it's because he knows if he goes too far, he's probably going to get whistled offside, and that's not going to help anybody. I mean, he's got good awareness out there, Luis.
No, this time compared to are you saying?
77-plus minutes have been played. Both teams with a goal on the board as a Tulsa player was knocked down on the opposite side. He's going to need some help, and that looks to be a leg injury. Trying to see the number there. No weight being put on that one. Man, I didn't see that collision as it happened on the opposite side of the field, but he looks to be in a lot of pain. Substitution coming into the table here for Tulsa. Certainly hope he will be okay. I believe that's Jerry for Tulsa.
Coming in for Tulsa Athletics, number 10, Simon Cubillos.
Simon Cubillos in for Tulsa Athletic. Now Tulsa trying to push it the opposite direction. It was on the hot foot there of Mark Gomez. Sends it to the right side. Now on the foot of Cubillos, and he will, well, in America, that is 3 points right there as he put it through the goalpost, but unfortunately it's nothing for you in a soccer match. Heck of a shot there, though, by Cubillos. He's got a leg on him. I'll give him some credit. I would not want to have to try and stop one of his shots. 78 minutes, 45 seconds gone here in the second half. Emporia FC now with possession, trying to get through that midfield cleanly, and again struggle to do so. They have to switch it from left to right. They've had success on the left and right side boundaries, but trying to go through that midfield cleanly, Luis, they've struggled. Long ball in is easily scooped up by Bryson Reed. Again, another good long ball opportunity. It was Rafa who was trying to come up with it for Emporia FC, and about 2-3 steps too far behind. Emporia FC battling for it on the far side boundary. Masatucci has it, gets knocked out of bounds and knocked down. They're going to whistle something here. Looks like, no, they're not. Must have misread that situation. Tulsa has it off the foot of Alejandro Siqueira. Siqueira up to midfield to the captain, Jonathan Harris. Harris will now pass it off to Gomez. Gomez works it to the right side. Nice interception by Emporia FC. Slide tackle attempt comes up empty there for Tulsa. The challenge good for Tulsa now. Up close and personal. Shokinjo recovers as we have eclipsed 80 minutes now in this contest. Conversation between the far side official and a Tulsa player. Bringing the ball up now for Emporia FC is Fabricio Keperski. Ball gets booted out of bounds. Again, Tulsa had some better looks here. Emporia FC was generating a lot of the opportunities in the first half, and the momentum has definitely switched here. Tulsa now looking like the stronger, more confident team, Luis. And do you think that's just from the goal that they scored, or do you think that's just how it's been this whole second half?
No, I think it's how it's been the second half. I think they look another completely different team than in the first half, and Tulsa is doing a really good job right now.
Free kick here for Tulsa. So essentially, you feel like a whole different team came out of halftime.
Yes.
Over 81 minutes gone. Kick was on target towards the goal. Silva was ready for it. Didn't need to, as his defenders again stepping up to stop it. Ball sent back towards Bryson Reed, who comes out of the box for Tulsa. Long ball sent down the stretch. There's a couple of yellow jerseys down the stretch, and we get a collision. A Emporia FC player down on the ground. No stoppage in play. Ball gets sent out of play off another long shot attempt. And you know, normally, I'll say this, when I see a player taking a shot from that far out, I don't get worried about it because, you know, that's a hard shot to make. But we saw Tulsa again in the 63rd minute. That's what they scored off, was a massively long shot from about 20, 25 yards out. So every time they send that long ball, Luis, I got to be honest, I'm checking my pulse, making sure my heart rate's okay. As Emporia is doing a good job of staying in front of him. Masatucci now trying to track down the long ball left side into Tulsa zone. And Tulsa Athletic will take it back. They'll send it back to Reed. Reed sends it up towards midfield. Tulsa coming back up the far side on the right. Taken away by Emporia FC. Another long ball here to Takahashi. Trying to contest it. Ball is free. Goal is open, but Takahashi gets cut off at the pass, and he just can't reel it in. A lot of credit there to Tulsa and their back line to cut the lane off and keep Takahashi from getting possession and an easy goal. 82 minutes, 40 seconds gone here in this second half. Still even, 1-1. Ball being passed around towards midfield. Now, at the tip of the box there for Tulsa, it's taken back by Athletic. Emporia FC still trying to press and get it back. Tulsa off the chest. Collision down low on the near boundary. That collision between Henry Gonzalez of Emporia FC and Eric Diaz of Tulsa as the ball goes out of play on the opposite side of the field. And boy, those two were fighting for it, Luis, and they just ate it. We are approaching the end of regulation. 7 minutes, more like I should say 6.5 minutes left to go in regulation here in what has been a very physical affair between these two. 1-1. Takahashi has it right side. Trying across to the left side, but Masatucci not there. The ball going towards the corner. It's saved in bounds by Emporia FC. Ball shot on goal, and Reed comes up with it. Good hands by the keeper for Tulsa, Bryson Reed. That's the third big save he's had so far this evening. Left side of the field, just down in front of us, Jonathan Harris, the captain. He'll leave it for Eric Diaz, who had the goal for Tulsa in the 63rd minute. Tulsa now taking their time, trying to cross midfield. Short passes. Emporia FC is going to challenge just a little bit. Now it goes on to the foot of Diaz. Diaz goes towards the middle. A little bit of a challenge there by Henry Gonzalez. Leads to a tumble and roll there by Alejandro Sequeira. Sequeira bouncing around a little bit there. Seems like he's got the pain to stop there. But, yeah, that looked like a painful little check of the shin. But it did not lead to a whistle by the official. Luan Sakamoto sends it up across midfield. It's taken back by Tulsa. Tulsa now pushing it around into the Emporia side. 85 minutes now played. 5 minutes remaining in regulation in this even affair here in Emporia, Kansas. Right side, Tulsa, ball taken away. Good stop there by Emporia FC. Takahashi has it now. Down in front of us, Takahashi trying to cross up across midfield. He's got two players in front of him, but he's got three jerseys playing defense. Now he'll switch to the left side. Emporia FC on the left-hand side now. Trying to find their way. Legs get kicked out from under the FC player. Whistle blown by the head official. And, little pushing and shoving, and Tulsa's got to be careful. They've got 2 yellow cards already. You're in an even matchup between you and your opponent. This is not the time for hotter heads. You want to make sure you stay composed. A little surprised by the actions there. Emporia FC will have the free kick. It's about 15 yards out from the goal. Hugging that post for a moment was Bryson Reed to the right side. Short pass goes to Masatuji. Tuji going to try a long ball. Fires it. Reed saves it. Shot on goal. It's in. Are they going to... Is it good, or are they going to say it was offside? No, it's offside. It's offside. What a great opportunity for Emporia, and unfortunately just offside. And you know what? Tulsa knew it. There wasn't a lot of pressure when they came in to pick up that loose ball because Luis, I think Tulsa could see that the Black Lions were clearly offside in that regard.
I'm not really sure if it was offside or not, but we have to keep trying to get the goal.
We got him on their heels. Masatuji now trying to create an opportunity again. Leaves it for Rafa, and he just roofs it. My correction, that was Bernardo Hanel. Hanel had a good look on the goal, but it was just about 1.5 feet too high over the top of the crossbar and out of bounds. Leads to a goal kick here for Bryson Reed and Tulsa. 87 minutes, 25 seconds gone, approaching the end of regulation. We'll await word to see how much stoppage time we will have here. Long ball there by Bryson Reed. Sakamoto will reel it in for Emporia FC and send it back to Pedro Silva, who will send his own sky ball up towards midfield, headed away by Tulsa, headed back by Emporia, headed back by Tulsa. Header for header for header. Takahashi got a beat on the ball. He keeps it in bounds. He's got one man to beat. Trying to go around him. Gets a little assistance. He's in the box, skips it across the left side, and just falling, losing his footing was Kynes Toms, the Englishman. Tulsa not wasting any time, heading down the other way. Good contest there by Emporia FC to knock it away from Alejandro Sequeira. Sequeira had a bead on the goal, and Emporia FC just took away the lane. Now Tulsa will have the throw-in. Doing the honors will be Mark Gomez. Gomez throws it back towards midfield to the captain, Jonathan Harris. Harris sends it over to Santiago Martinez. Now it's in the Emporia box. Getting in front of it was Pedro Silva. 89th minute of play now. Still 1-1. Emporia FC and Tulsa. Again, the goals scored. Eric Diaz in the 63rd minute by Tulsa drew the contest even after Masa Tuji for Emporia FC had the penalty shot in the 41st minute. Corner kick comes in, goes off the head of a Tulsa player and hits the crossbar of the American football field goal. Silva sends it up towards midfield. Tuji gets tripped up. Again, no whistle is going to be called as Tulsa will maintain possession. 15 seconds still here in regulation as we are getting close to the 90-minute mark. 89 minutes, 55 seconds. And we now hit minute number 90. Still even 1-1. Black Lions send it back up towards midfield. Now headers for headers. Tulsa has it. Emporia FC doing a good job getting in the way, stopping the passing attempts. Ball comes free again on the far side boundary for Emporia FC. Nice pass up the middle. Now trying to find an opening. Takahashi streaming down the right wing, and offside will be whistled yet again. And that has been the story for Emporia FC through this second half thus far, as we're still waiting a word on how much added time we'll have. We are 51 seconds past the 90-minute mark. 4 minutes of added time, I've just been told. It's been 1 minute so far at 91:05. 1-1 still the score. Emporia FC knocking on the door, trying to find an opening. Tulsa heading that one away. Now sent back the other way. Stopped at midfield by Emporia's Vittorio Bellesi. Goes to Luan Sakuramoto. Sakuramoto looking for an opening. He's not going to try and throw this one away. He knows how precious every possession is. Goes back to the right side to Bellesi. Bellesi sends it right side off the foot of Kapersky. Kapersky has an opening, but he'll decide to make the pass. Goes up to the middle. Now goes back up top to Jacobus. Jacobus goes to Bellesi. Bellesi switches right to left. Shot on goal. An easy save there for Bryson Reed. It took a bit of a bounce, Luis, which can be good. I mean, sometimes when that ball bounces, you lose your track on it, but Reed doing a good job staying in front of it.
Yeah, no, that kind of balls are really difficult when bounce in front of you. So I think he did it a great save.
Hey, both keepers have had a great night in goal. Pedro Silva for Emporia and Bryson Reed for Tulsa. They've had some big moments each. Emporia FC trying to find an opening to get through this sea of yellow jerseys. Kaspersky trying to shake off the Tulsa Athletic duo. Now he gives it to Takahashi. Takahashi streaming up the right side. He's going to send it over to the right side to Kynes Toms. Toms, well, crossed it from right to left, but there was nobody within distance. He had to get it past two Tulsa defenders, and unfortunately the ball just didn't have enough leg. Bryson Reed will send it back the other way now, and that's going to go out of play. Tulsa coughs it up here, and Emporia FC will have the throw-in. Over 93 minutes played. Pedro Silva goes left side to Sakuramoto. Sakuramoto, long ball, sends it down. Streaming down the left boundary was 2G, but it was too far ahead of him. Tulsa keeping it alive. And a little bit of a collision. Yeah, they're going to say that was a foul on Emporia FC, a little too close for comfort. Again, we talked about Emporia FC picking up the aggression here in this second half that Tulsa was really demonstrating through the first. Ball was cleared out by Emporia FC. And a bit of a collision there. Emporia FC going to give Tulsa an opportunity here in the 94th minute. Again, we were told 4 minutes of added time, so this may be the last-ditch effort here for Tulsa. This free kick will come from about 15 yards out from the goal as Luis Gomez to my right here, stretching it out, getting a little breath here. We're all holding our breaths up here in the box. This could be it. Staying tight to the left side.
Number 18, Gabe Porras.
Gabe Porras going to sub in here for Emporia FC in the 94th minute. Interesting decision here by Coach Ibarra as he will be subbing out Bernardo Hanel. Porras, the forward, as Porras will make a one-man wall in front of Tulsa's Simon Cubias. Referee telling him he's a little too close, so he's going to march him back just a few paces. Cubios lining it up. See if he tries to put some spin on it to the right side, as now Tulsa flooding into the left. Curls in towards the right. Ball is free. Shot on goal. No good. Blocked twice. And it goes out. Are they going to call a corner for Tulsa? Yeah, they are going to call a corner for Tulsa Athletic as we have surpassed the 4 minutes of added time, now at the 95th minute and 45th second. Here comes the corner, another opportunity for Tulsa to try and take the lead in the dying seconds of this contest. Header on goal is off the mark and out of bounds as the official coming in as there looked to be a little bit of too much contact on that header attempt. Over 96 minutes now gone, and the goal kick coming from Pedro Silva. Silva sends the long ball down the opposite side, and that will be the final whistle. And that's going to do it.
Emporia FC, thanks you for joining us at tonight's match.
Emporia FC ends in a draw here with Tulsa Athletic. Again, the goal scored in the contest, a penalty shot scored by Masa Tuji for Emporia FC in the 41st minute, gave Emporia FC the lead. And then in the 63rd minute, Eric Diaz of Tulsa Athletic would draw Tulsa even. So Emporia FC still winless here in the League for Clubs, but a great showing by the Black Lions, of course, doing it without their captain in
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.
Brought to you by Praxis Sports, the unified platform helping sports organizations manage communication, scheduling, and operations in one place. Learn more at praxisports.com.
There's a leisurely lunch with friends. And then there's a 7-course gourmet tasting lunch with 7 perfect wine pairings aboard a fully restored 1915 Pullman rail car as it floats past rolling hills and rows of vines stretching out as far as the eye can see. Napa Valley. Live a little, or a lot.